Moving across the country and buying a home, well, it sounds exciting, right? But also maybe a little terrifying. And if that's how you're feeling, well, you're not alone. Today, I'm revealing the must-know secrets to buying a house from out of state without losing your mind, your money, or even your dream. Stick around because halfway through, I'm sharing the number one mistake that nearly every out-of-state buyer makes and how you can avoid it. All right, look, I've been there. I made the move to Colorado myself. So when I say I get it, I really do. And over the years, I've helped so many amazing buyers relocate to Colorado from all across the country. And I'm here to make sure your journey is as smooth and, dare I say, as fun as possible. All right, my first tip is to find a local real estate agent that you trust, someone who acts like a true partner, not just a transaction coordinator. You're going to need someone who's your eyes, ears, and boots on the ground. But wait, how do you even pick a real estate agent when you're hundreds or thousands of miles away? You may be wondering, how do I vet an agent without meeting them in person? This is a great question. You want to look for someone with lots of valuable information on their website or their YouTube channel. You can interview them over Zoom, ask about their experience, and specifically working with out-of-state buyers. Maybe someone like me who's been through the process many times. And don't forget to check those Google reviews. Okay, you found your agent. Now what? Well, here's another thing you might be wondering. How do I tour homes if I can't physically be there? Well, welcome to 2025, where FaceTime tours, drone footage, 3D walkthroughs, and custom video reports are pretty much the norm. And a great agent is going to walk you through every nook and cranny of that home, pointing out things that maybe the listing photos conveniently forgot to show you, like that giant power line behind the backyard. Well, and if you think video tours are just about pretty kitchens, wait until I tell you about what else you must see virtually before you buy. Things that a qualified and professional agent is going to point out: roof leaks, leaks possibly underneath the sink, cracks in the foundation. Very important things that your agent can point out for you. All right, your next hurdle is financing. So here's something almost no one tells you when you're buying remotely. Will getting a mortgage be harder if I'm buying from another state? And sometimes it may. That's why it's really important to work with a lender who's not just great, but also licensed and actively working in the state where you're buying. Now, every state has different lending laws and procedures, so having a lender who knows Colorado's specifics can make your transaction much smoother. And bonuses if your agent has a local lender partner that's ready to move quickly. And yes, I definitely have a few aces up my sleeve. All right, we are nearing the final stretch, but this part, it's the biggest mistake that I've seen out-of-state buyers make. And it can cost you thousands. So the number one mistake people make when buying from out of state, they fall in love with a house, but they forget to research the broader community. Your dream home isn't so dreamy if it's right next to a 24-hour car wash, or if your lifestyle doesn't match the area vibe. So make sure you dive into things like local amenities, commuting routes, park services, and community events. Now, there's some online resources, public data, and city websites that are great for all of that. And we can also discuss some helpful information resources as well. This way, you can make a fully informed decision. Now, buying a house is more than just four walls and a roof. It's about creating a whole new life that you are going to love. So now you know, finding the right agent, leveraging virtual tours, nailing down financing with a local expert, and researching the community. These are all keys to buying a house from out of state without the additional stress. Now, there's probably going to be a little bit of stress in the process, but we want to minimize that as much as possible. And if you're thinking about making Colorado your home, you're definitely going to want to see my next video about what spring in Colorado is like. Seriously, it's going to have some twists and turns, and you definitely don't want to miss it. Until then, remember, life is short, live somewhere awesome, and be well. We'll see you next week.